So we have discussed about different methods which I which to encrypt the data, to decrypt the data. Like for example, when we are creating some keys for encryption and decryption using the PGP software, for example. So when we create the keys and these keys are used to encrypt the data and decrypt the data which is being sent it to the receiver, for example. So once the receiver receives that using an email, for example, or through some other means, so he can also encrypt the data and decrypt the data with the help of that particular message or particular data. So this is actually the other different other steps are also given here to encrypt encrypt particular file or particular document. And I also show you that how you can do this with the help of the software as well. So there are the different number of details are also given here, that how you can encrypt the data, encrypt the file, or encrypt a document, for example. So you can also encrypt a particular file or folder or particular drive, for example, with the help of this software. And there are the number of options are given here, and this, using these steps, you can do this. And then to if you want to encrypt the data or encrypt, like as I told you, uh, you can use a particular method to encrypt a file or encrypt the entire disk. So using this, you can also use this with the help of the software as well. So this is actually so these are the different steps. So I have give you an you can say I discussed with you the way you can do the assignment and the steps or the tasks which are given the assignment. Like for example, you have to create the keys, and once you create the keys and you need to send a particular key to other account, for example. And when he receives the data, like an email or any file, for example, then he can use that key to decrypt the file or to decrypt the data, for example. And or for example, if he has sent it the key to you to encrypt the data or to decrypt the data, then you can use that particular uh, key to encrypt the file or to encrypt the data. So in this way, you can do this with the help of this software. And I also uh, told you that how you can do this. And then for example, if you have another option for that, for example, if you want to have a trusted authority or dedicated server where the where different keys are saved, for example. And if you want to get the certificate from that particular server or particular you can say dedicated certification authority, then you can give the detail of your account, for example, your email account to which you can send the keys. And once you receive the keys from these certification authorities, then you can also use a method to encrypt the data and decrypt the data using the different methods which are given here, which are explained here. And so you have number of options here. Either you can send the keys directly to other user, or you can send the keys or for example with the help of a dedicated server or certification authority from where you are going to send the certificate to other user. So you have these options. So depends on the you can say how you secure the data, how you send the data. If you send the data directly to other user, for example, there's there's a chance that uh, that other user uh, maybe you can say he's received that. And when he received that, for example, there could be an intruder in between the sender and the receiver, for example. And he can get that key, and for example, he can encrypt the date, encrypt that key using that key which you have sent it to other user, and then he can launch, or he can apply different takes on the data. He can modify the data, or he can send another data. So in this way, he can do different things. Once he got the keys, and after getting the keys, he can encrypt the data, or he can decrypt the data, or he can send another data in place of the data which is being sent by the actual user. So in this way, he can do this with the help of these different functions. And you are required to provide the security to the data, and you are required to provide uh, uh, required to save the data securely to other user, and you have to send the keys to. You have to ensure that the keys which are being received by the legitimate user are the keys which are received by the authenticated user, and only authenticated user are going to encrypt the data, and they are going to decrypt the data. So in this way, they can do this with the help of these different methods, and in this way, you can also you can say encrypt the particular document or particular file. You can also encrypt the entire disk with the help of PGP software. So you have different options are given here. So as far as the assignment is concerned, so you have whatever step you do, uh, so you have to take the snapshot of that, and then you have to make a report for that, and give the details of each snapshot. For example, that what task you have done, how you do that task. So you have to give the details of that. And then there's another part of the assignment that I told you, that there's, for example, if any of the email that comes from anonymous user, where its name is not given, for example, and then how you can identify from where the email is coming. So there could be a way. So as far as the different methods of securities are concerned, so it may be they are used to define the system, or they are used to protect the system. But there's a possibility that some methods may be used by an attacker, for example, to scan to get some data using these methods. So actually, it's a way of using particular technique, or way of using particular software or particular application, either that is used for good purpose, or that is used for bad purpose. For example, if you if it either that is used to protect the data, means if you want to get some data, if you want to get some information, so that you can protect the data from an intruder or from an attacker, to protect the data. But as far as the intruder or attacker is concerned, so he wants the data to launch different attacks on the particular data, or to get some data, or to steal some data. So in this way, he can apply these methods, or he can apply these applications. He can use these applications to get some information, and after getting some information, he can launch different types of attacks. So in this way, we can also have for example, if an organization want to send the email to other organization, and he want to hide its identity, for example, from other user, for example, so that he cannot uh, know about him, or he cannot use that actual email address to misuse that. So in this way, he can hide its original email from a user and send the data to other user. So in this way, we can use an application like here, that is called a sneak email application, where you can use that for hiding email for a particular user. So it's working like this. Uh, for example, there are a number of steps are explained here, which are used to like here, for example, if there's an organization and it has an email, its own email, like for example, uh, my at it.com, that is an original email for of that particular company, and he wants to hide that email from user, for example, then he can use a unique email account, then it will create an email on behalf of that email. So once he created that email, then he can send that email to other user using that email. So the receiver which receives the email with this email, and he will not know about this original email. So in this way, the original email will be hidden from a user. So it's possible that maybe the email may be received by the intruder, or that may be received by a taker, for example, and he can use that original email to further send the data and receive the data. So in this way, we can hide the email, original email, from a user, which is from an intruder, so that he cannot send the data and receive the data using an original email. Or, for example, there's a possibility that there could be an attacker, there could be an intruder, and he's going to send its email uh, using these type of applications like sneak email, and he can hide his identity, he can hide his original email, and now in order to protect the data from an anonymous email, uh, where the to which the data is hidden, for example, from the user, of which data is hidden from the user. So if you want to know that from where is particular that email is coming, and if you want to know that, so then you can have different methods to identify that. So I have given you the task, the task to identify uh, that how you can know about that particular email, that from where that particular email is coming. So you have to identify that. So that is also the task that is given here, that is given to you as an assignment. So you can create an account for that. There's a trial version for this. You can use this account for free, and then you can create a sneak email like that. So in this way, you can have a number of options. You can do this with the help of sneak email account, and then you have some other alternatives also, for if you want to use a sneak email, or if you want to some other alternatives for that. There are some other softwares as well, some applications as well, which you can use them. And once you use them, you can also do this task as well. So for example, here there are different other applications as well, like lazy inbox, or paid inbox, bouncer, um, fake mail, fake mail generator, gorilla mail, mail job, or mail for spam, disposable, or minute inbox. So these are the different applications from other applications, from where you can also create an anonymous email. So no matter from where to which software you have used to create an anonymous email, either it's better to create using a sneak email, or some other application or some other software to create a anonymous email. So, for example, once you have created that email and you have sent it to other user, now you have to identify about that particular user which has created that email. So you have to identify that has created. You have to know about that. What is the actual email address of that, and what are the different other details of that. So you have to know this, or you have to identify this. So how you do this? So you have an task given just to the assignment to to do that task. So whatever task you do in the assignment, you have to take the snapshot of that and also give the details of this that in the assignment as well. So that's about how you can do different tasks related to the assignment, and I also give you the details from where you can uh, how you how you can do this, and from where which software you can use this to do the task, from where you can get that, and how you can use that particular software to perform these different tasks which are related to the assignment. So that's about the assignment. I've given you the details as well. So if you have any question up to now, then you can also ask. So it's uh, as far as the installation of the software is concerned. So that is given here. The different details are given, and you can click on this link, and there's a download link here, uh, and you can go to that particular link, and from where you can have an option like you can download for the different other versions. You can have a for Windows. You can download from here. So it will ask you as any other software. It asks you number of options you have to do like that. So it is the same way as you install some other software, any other software. So you can do this with the help of this. Um, like here, if you want to just click here, and you can download from here as well, and it can ask you number of steps as well to download the software or to install the software. Okay, do you have any other question? Is there any question? So there's also uh, there's also a manual about the software. Uh, you can also know about different details of the software, that how this do these different tasks. You can also download this from its website, as well as I can also upload this as well. That what are the different tasks of using that particular software. For example, there are number of steps are also details are also given here. So you can also find out some solutions from here. Contains different details for that, and you can also know some other things as well. Like for example, if you want to sign in the data with the hash function, you can also do this. So it also contains some details about that. How you can, for example, import the certificate or export the key, for example. If it's like this, for example, if you have created the keys and an option to save that, and then you can save that keys, and for example, if you want to later use these keys to further encrypt the data or to keep the data, then you can use the options of import and export. So I showed you the different options for that as well. So how you can import the data or import the key and import the key. So these are the different options are given here, and you can also do this with the help of this software as well. And we have also discussed about the different certificates. If you want to either there's a way to create the certificates. There's a way to encrypt the data using using the keys directly to other user. Or for example, you want to get the certificate from a trusted authority, so you can use this with the help of certificates which are being received from a user from a particular server, for example. So actually you can, so have you downloaded the software from that link
Yes, sir. Software
and
download key.
installed that?
Yes, sir, but it not requiring. It's saying this is a virus. Please delete it. I installed it
So
and it's not working properly. The antivirus is saying that this is a current virus. Please delete this virus. PGP.
so you can you have a link is provided here, so you can download that software from here as well. So
Okay,
there
sir.
are number of options given here. For example, you can download this software, and you may ask to uh, donate something. So uh, just click this option, uh, and then you have software will be downloaded here. So once you use this, it will download the software. So you don't have to pay for this. Uh, just use this option or just install it here, and then it will download that particular software. You can see that it's downloading here, and so in this way, as any other software is asking you about different options, like you can do this and you can install this like this. Okay? So it's just install the software and you can use this. And in this way, you can see there's no problem is coming to install that particular software. And once you install that particular software, then you can also okay.
ओके सर नो सर सर आपने पहले जो लिंक जो असाइनमेंट में भेजी थी वहाँ पे लिंक शो नहीं हो रही थी, फिर हमने यूट्यूब से लेके फिर उसको इंस्टॉल किया था। इंस्टॉल में वो कंप्यूटर नहीं करने ही नहीं दे रहा था, वो कह रहा था वायरस है ये। तो हमने कहा भाई सर से पता कर लेते
So
हैं
actually,
प्रॉब्लम।
I give you the details of that how you can download the software. Some of you were asking that we cannot know that how we can install the software, how, from where we can get this software. So I told you the details as well, that how you can do this, install that software and use different options to do the assignment. Okay.
ओके सर, इफ एनी we get again problem, we will tell you what is going on.
Okay. Is there any other question? So that's about today from my side. So if you have any other question related uh, to the assignment, related to the some topics which are I've uh, taught you, which I discussed with you, then you can also ask from me class as well, or here as well. So if you have any question regarding that, regarding any topic, regarding the assignment, regarding doing the assignment, and I now told you the complete details of that, that how you can do the assignment, how you can make the assignment using the PGP software. I uh, I also told you that you can how you can get the particular software, from where you can get this, the way to install that software, and the way to use that software, and also different steps I told you to do that particular task, and different tasks related to the assignment, and different options which are related to the assignment. We did these different options, and now you can do. I think there will be if still you find any difficulty, then you can also ask for me, and the next class as well, or now as well. Or if you have any topic related to that, related to any topic which we have discussed, any question regarding that, then you can also ask. So do you have any further questions?